Indian football is a huge paradox. We're talking about a nation with over 1 billion passionate fans, but a system that for some reason seems almost designed to fail. So today, we're going to dig into how 1 year of absolute collapse might just be the painful shock needed to finally wake this sleeping giant. Let's get into it.
This quote right here, it just nails the whole problem. You've got this incredible cultural potential, 1 billion people who absolutely love the game, and it's just constantly smashing up against a system that consistently, and let's be honest, spectacularly fails to get it right.
And this slide just illustrates that paradox perfectly. I mean, think about it. In 2025, the entire country was absolutely captivated by Lionel Messi's tour. It showed this massive appetite for world-class football. But in that exact same year, the national team suffers this humiliating loss to Bangladesh, a team ranked way below them. So how can these two things exist at the same time?
To figure that out, we first have to ask, why is this giant asleep in the first place? For decades, the potential has been right there, bubbling under the surface, but a whole cocktail of factors has kept it dormant, and it all led to a year where everything, and I mean everything, finally came crashing down.
Yeah, let's be really clear here. 2025 wasn't just a string of bad luck or a few bad games. It was the year the entire machine broke. These failures weren't just isolated incidents. They were all symptoms of a much deeper disease that had been festering for years. So what did this collapse actually look like on the ground? Well, the problems came from literally every direction. On the pitch, in the boardroom, even in the courts. It was a perfect storm of total dysfunction.
Just look at this timeline. You've got pure chaos at the top, 3 head coaches in just over a year, a devastating failure to qualify for the Asian Cup, the Master Rights Agreement, that's basically the massive TV and sponsorship deal that funds the entire league, it expired, leaving everything in financial limbo. And then, to top it all off, a huge global investor, City Football Group, just packs up and leaves, saying it's all too uncertain. Each one of these failures just made the others worse.
And while the team was struggling, where was the federation's focus? Well, it was in court. 16 times. That's how often officials from the Football Federation appeared before the Supreme Court in 2025, all tangled up in legal battles over their own rules.
And this is the real gut punch. The Federation spent more time in court than the national team actually spent on the pitch. While all the officials were busy battling over governance, the players only got to play 12 international matches all year. The priorities were completely upside down.
So it's no surprise that all this chaos had a direct impact on performance. The FIFA ranking just plummeted from 126 all the way down to 142. And this wasn't just some minor slip, it was the steepest single-year decline in a decade, a direct result of losing to lower-ranked teams and just not playing enough competitive matches.
Okay, so the collapse was obvious, but why did it happen? To really get that, we need to go deeper, way beyond the headlines of 2025 and into the very foundation, or, the lack of a foundation of Indian football.
It all starts right here, at the grassroots level. The system is just fundamentally broken. First, you've got this pay-to-play model, which means only kids whose families can afford it get a chance. That just cuts out a massive talent pool right away. Second, there's no real transfer market, so clubs have zero financial reason to invest millions in an academy when a player they develop can just walk away for free. And finally, there just aren't enough competitive matches for young players to actually develop.
And this comparison, wow. It really puts the problem into perspective. India has just 38 pro-licensed coaches. 38 in the whole country. Japan has over 9,000. Our young players get maybe 15 matches a year. In Iceland, a tiny nation, they make sure their kids get over 50. The gap in coaching, competition, and just basic infrastructure is absolutely massive. And the problems don't stop at the youth level, they go all the way to the top. For years, the professional league was a closed system, no threat of relegation. And you know what that does? It kills the competitive drive. So when its fragile commercial model collapsed in 2025, clubs had no idea if they'd have money, and players had no idea if they'd even have a job. But, that crisis in 2025 forced a moment of reckoning. With the old system completely in ruins, there's now an opportunity, a real chance, to build something new. An ambitious plan has emerged, and it's offering a blueprint for a potential rebirth.
This is Vision 2047, and it's a long-term roadmap to overhaul literally everything. Now, what makes this different from past efforts is the sheer scale of it. This isn't about some short-term fix, it's a generational project. We're talking about a proper 40-team league system with promotion and relegation, a massive push to get 35 million kids playing, a 50,000-strong coaching workforce, and crucially, bringing in expertise like Arsene Wenger to build a modern, data-driven playing style from the ground up.
Now, to hit those ambitious ranking goals, you have to understand how the system actually works. And a key part of the FIFA ranking formula is this thing called the importance coefficient. Put simply, not all matches are created equal. Some are worth way more points than others.
So the crucial point is this. Just look at the difference here. A friendly might have an importance value of, say, 5 or 10, but a World Cup or Asian Cup qualifier, that's a 25, and a World Cup finals match is a 60. This is exactly why winning regional tournaments isn't enough. The only way to consistently climb the rankings is to be competitive in the high-stakes games that truly matter, and that requires a total shift in strategy.
So India has a new understanding of the game and a brand new roadmap. But as any football fan knows, the real challenge isn't drawing up the plays, it's actually executing them when that whistle blows. You know, in a strange way, the complete and total collapse of 2025 might have been a blessing in disguise. It destroyed any illusion that a flashy new league or a big-name foreign coach could just paper over the cracks. It proved, painfully, that the only way forward is to rebuild the entire foundation from scratch.
Vision 2047 is the most comprehensive plan Indian football has ever had. The ambition is there. The analysis of what's broken is definitely there. But the question that remains, the one that really matters, is whether the will exists to actually see it through, to move from paper to pitch, and to finally give 1 billion fans the team they truly deserve.